Ja kuten uutisissa on käynyt tänä aamuna ilmi, niin meitä suomalaisia hemmotellaan tällä viikolla todellisilla huippuartisteilla esiintyjillä.
Löytyy Robbie Williamsia, löytyy Bo Kaspers-orkesteria, Helmut Lottia, Cats-musikaalia ja varmasti yksi suosituimmista, nimittäin sopraano Kiri Te Kanawa. Joka konsertoi tänään loppuun myydessä Helsingin Finlandia-talossa, ensi viikolla myöskin Turussa. Tomi Lindblom tapasi tämän todellisen tähden, joka myös sanoo asiat aika suoraan. Kauninen ja suorapuheinen nainen.
Nämä kuvat ovat Helsingistä 12 vuoden takaa. Tuolloin Kiri Te Kanawa saapui esiintymään Helsingin juhlaviikoille. Nyt 59-vuotias Dame Kiri on jälleen Suomessa. Hän jatkaa yhä tiivisti uransa, vaikka tahti onkin hiljentynyt.
I do many more concerts now than I do opera. Opera is very tiring, and next March I will be 60. So I think when it's about time to get off the operatic platform and just do concerts. I also am starting my Kiri Te Kanawa Foundation in New Zealand, so that will be launched in February as a gala concert in February in New Zealand, and that's to help New Zealand singers and New Zealand musicians. So that'll be another whole sort of bubble to my career already, so I have to keep working. So with doing the foundation and doing concerts, I think it's enough in my life, along with trying to have a private life as well.
Dame Kiri pyrkii säätiönsä avulla auttamaan kotimaansa Uuden-Seelannin nuoria laulajia uran alkuun.
I feel that I can use my contacts and my sort of influence to ask people to open their doors for young New Zealand singers and musicians, have auditions when people couldn't always get auditions, because nowadays, unless you've got an agent, the singers can't get an audition. Now, I think that's criminal. I think that singers should be able to get an audition. So I'd like to say to the singers, look, you don't need an agent. I can call up the Opera House and take you there and get you the audition that I think you need, as long as I think the singer's worth it. The singer has got to be of a reasonable standard. And so otherwise, later on, we will get musicians, and maybe we'll even get a composer. I mean, it would be lovely to have a wonderful composer or conductor. They just have to be New Zealanders.
So it's going to be kind of a Dame Kiri team? Or
Could be.
Kiri Te Kanawa on esiintynyt maailman suurimmilla oopperalavoilla ja esittänyt kaikki tärkeimmät roolit. Moderni opera ei häntä kuitenkaan kiinnosta.
The most modern I've done would be Strauss, of course, and Samuel Barber, which is Vanessa. And I'll be doing Vanessa again in Los Angeles in the year 2004.
But nothing of our time.
No, I find it very hard. If you can't hum the tune, then you can't sing the opera, because I need something that has a possible melody to it, and a lot of these modern operas don't even inspire me. I listen to them and think, what is that? It's a bunch of notes that someone went whoo, and they all came down and landed on a page, and somehow they got on into music, and they called it music, and not my style.
So you don't find it beautiful?
No. If it's dramatic, it's quite good, and there's some sort of good, very heavy drama to it. But if it's music that goes, it doesn't do anything for me.
That was modern opera.
That's modern. Yes, I know. It's called, someone called it elevator music.
Maorilaissyntyinen Kiri Te Kanawa on tunnettu suorapuheisuudestaan. Hiljan hänen puheensa aiheuttivat jopa pienen skandaalin.
There was even a small scandal in Australia with your comment about your fellow Maori. How did that fail?
Only a scandal because the reporter decided to make it a scandal. He asked a question, and I answered the question honestly. The only trouble is that it hit a very sensitive nerve in New Zealand, which was absolutely true. And of course they say, send her back to singing, don't let her get into the politics. But I'm looking at, throughout the world, as you most probably know, there are things that hit people at a national level that's very sensitive, and I hit a sensitive nerve in New Zealand.
What was the key issue? Why was it so nervy?
I was telling people to get off their bums and work, basically. Don't wait for handouts. I say, off your bum and work, like everybody else.
Kiri Te Kanawaa itseään ei ainakaan voi syyttää laiskuudesta. Itse hän tosin suuntaa ajatuksiaan jo pois laulamisesta.
Being 60 in my 60th year, still being on the operatic stage is really very tiring, and the concerts aren't as tiring. So the opera, the opera's long time rehearsing. Hours and hours of all sorts of things, there's costumes and recording, the orchestra rehearsals and things like that. And it does take a lot of energy out of you. And I can't imagine many 60-year-olds standing up doing an 8-hour day, full out.
Do you also feel it in your voice?
No, I don't. I don't actually feel it in my voice, but I do feel it in my bones. I sort of start getting my hips start hurting and my knees start hurting, my feet get sore. So, it's long hours and hours of standing.
That's quite honest.
Well, we have to be. I mean, when your body's hurting, you've got to say it's hurting. It's not say, oh, I'm just having a bad day.